to What's Right with the World with your host, Glenn Ambrose. Hello, welcome to What's Right with the World. And today we are talking about something that, I just love this subject. I do. I love it. I think, well, I'll tell you why afterwards. All right, Ben, why don't you give us a story?
All right, so this is from Time.com, Time Magazine. A 69-year-old double amputee has just climbed Mount Everest.
Wow.
A 69-year-old double amputee reached the summit of Mount Everest from the Nepal side on Monday morning on his fifth attempt to climb the world's highest peak. Chinese national, I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I'm sure I'm not, Zia Boyu, reached the summit at 8:26 a.m. Nepal time, according to a post by his son, Cloud Zia, on the Chinese messaging platform WeChat. My dad reached Everest at 8:26 Nepal time. He realized his dreams of 40 years. Zia Sr. lost both of his legs below the knee, amputated after suffering frostbite in a failed attempt to climb Everest when he was just 25 years old.
Wow. Isn't that interesting? That's how he actually lost his legs too.
Yeah.
Wow.
This story has so much to it.
Yeah, it's like, and I always love, it's the amputee thing is close to my heart because I grew up with a friend that lost one of his legs and became like one of the top 10 best disabled athletes in the world, and and wrote a book, and it's like so knowing somebody that well, that experienced it, and and kind of being, he was, I think, the first one that I really knew personally. I mean, I had seen people that were amputees, but I didn't really know them well personally. So, being at his welcome home party when, to his hometown when he came home, and just, it just holds a special place in my heart. So it always captures my interest in these stories. And the other thing too is like the physicality of it. Like there's a simplicity to that. Like we can sit there and go, oh, well, I overcame, a 20-year marriage and got divorced, and I was heartbroken and shocked, and it was horrible, and I overcame that. And that's a real struggle, and that can be very difficult to go through that. But you can't see it as clearly. You can't climb inside somebody and feel their emotions, but you can look at somebody and go, you know what? That dude doesn't have any legs. Like you can see that with your eyes. That's a physical, that's a physical difference.
And literally climbing Mount Everest is the thing that everybody uses as an example of an unachievable feat.
Right. Yeah. And know what's ironic too is the movie Everest, just, I believe it was its television debut like last week. I DVR'd it and just watched it the other day. So this is perfect timing. So yeah, that's an unbelievable feat in itself. So you take somebody who has a physical limitation, or what we think is a limitation that you can see, and then you have them perform a physical feat with a physical limitation that proves that they are not limited and that they can overcome it. And it's like how do you argue that? Like, how do you argue that? And how do you sit there and go, you know what? I'm low on energy today. It's not fair. I don't feel like doing the laundry. Shut up. Suck it up, man. I mean, the dude climbed Everest. You can't throw a load of laundry in the dryer.
Right.
Get on it.
Yeah.
So it's just, it simplifies things to a point where it's just like, we have to comprehend that it is mind over matter. And if we really put our effort forth, we can accomplish whatever we want to accomplish, regardless of seeming obstacles. Mic drop.
I was, this reminds me of, on the complete opposite scale, probably, definitely, of impressive feats. I was playing catch with a little rubber baseball with my best friend's 3-year-old, and we were throwing it back and forth, and I just bought him a glove, and he kept dropping it, and I was like, it was cute like the first couple times, and I was like, do you want to play basketball? And he was like, no, you never give up. You never give up until you reach the end. And I was like, okay, buddy. And he kept doing it, and then he caught it, and he was so excited. And then he kept caught it, and now, like, he's not great still, but he keeps catching it.
Sure.
And I'm like, I don't know who taught him that phrase, but he said it so much in the last week. It was very, inspiring to be like, all right, well, I gotta finish sending these stupid emails or something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, isn't it interesting how simple it is, from the mouths of babes, it's like, it's just, you never give up. And it's because, see how quickly we have a tendency as adults to go for the easier way. It's like, well, this isn't working well, the heck with it. Like, wait a minute. Like, and if we slow down, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think life as a general rule is all about fun. So if you're doing something and you're not enjoying it, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. But like if there's something that you actually want to accomplish, then accomplish it. I've had clients that started, like, let's say a schooling. They started schooling and they're like, they'd been doing it for a year or 2 years, and they were like a month or two away from graduating, and all of a sudden they get this really huge clarity that they didn't want to do that. And they're like, should I drop out? Because I definitely don't want to do it. And it's like, no, man, finish. Like, because it's not always, it's just about completion, follow through. Sticking with something, at that point. I mean, if it's a month in and you've got a 2-year process and you don't want to do it, get out, But I mean, if you're already right at the end, follow through and just use it for a different lesson. Use it for a confidence builder that you can stick with something even though it's difficult. And maybe even it's not even what you want to do, but you can stick through and you can do anything you want to do. And, I'm sure anybody that does anything like Everest, I mean, you got to go through periods where you want to give up.
Oh, yeah. And this was his 5th attempt. And he hasn't had legs since he was 25.
Yeah. And he
lost them on Everest.
I'm doing it.
This is incredibly inspirational.
Yeah.
If you have any stories like this or any other positive news stories that you'd like to share with us, use the hashtag What's Right with the World. Send it over to us on the Great Love Project on Facebook and other social media platforms. You got anything else, Glenn?
No, that's it. Just I'm inspired now. I want to go do something. So we will talk with you soon, and just keep looking for the positive and what's right with the world out there.
Glenn is available for life coaching sessions, in person or via phone and Skype. To book an appointment or for more information, go to glennambrose.com, follow him on Facebook and Twitter, or click the link in the description of this episode.